friends, welcome back to Canvas and Conversations. I'm Devin from Mind Over Mana, and today marks our very first audio log episode. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you more than you know. If you're new here or you're not familiar with what audio logs are, they're kind of like my creative check-ins, a space where I share honest reflections about my journey as an artist and business owner. The goal isn't to teach or give advice or guide on this. It's just to be real and honest and upfront about ups and downs and the challenges and everything in between, in hopes that it helps another creative out there feel a little less alone in this whole process. I actually shared a couple short versions of this topic over on Instagram. I'll link them below if you'd like to check them out. But honestly, a minute never feels long enough to really unpack everything, so I decided to bring it here on the podcast. I'm just hoping that something in this conversation connects with you, or maybe even gives you a little creative spark. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Lately, I've been spending a lot of time on something really fun, actually. It's called 31 Days of Block Printing, or what I like to call Blocktober. Instead of doing Inktober this year, I decided to make my own Halloween-themed prompt list, full of spooky little things like spider webs and pumpkins and ghosts and all the October vibes. I was feeling extra Halloween-y this time of year. I don't know. Is Halloween-y a word? Anyway, I was just feeling the holiday, and I was just feeling in the mood for everything Halloween this year. So I definitely decided to gravitate towards that and run with it. If you haven't checked it out yet, you can follow along on Instagram, or if you like to see me create them live, I actually stream on Twitch every Sunday and Monday night from 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. As a little side note, just as a heads up, Tuesdays are my game nights. It's my time to take a breather from art and have some fun and recharge creatively. And of course, you're always welcome to stop by and say hi. I'd absolutely love that and be able to talk to you in real time. But so far, I'm a little more than halfway through the prompts, and I think I'd have to say my favorite piece right now is the ghost. There's two different types of carving, if you will. So when you have a block and you sketch out your design, you can either carve out what you sketched, the lines that you sketched, or you can carve out the negative space, leaving the sketch. And that's what I did with the ghost. Is I sketched out the ghost, but I removed and carved out all the negative space, leaving the outline or the sketch of the ghost. And I think it turned out really well, and I'm feeling pretty good about it. And although I have half a mind to redo the pumpkin, it was one of my first blocks of the challenge, day 2, and I don't really feel as confident about that one. It's kind of blocky, and I had a heavy hand carving out the face, and I don't feel as good about it. But I know the whole point is to practice and grow, but by the end of the month, I'd actually really love to make one big print showcasing all the little blocks together. I think it'd be such a fun way to see the full journey, and honestly, it would make the perfect little decoration for next Halloween. So I'm kind of hoping to make the blocks a little bit more cohesive and look really good together. So that's the only reason why I'm kind of considering redoing the pumpkin, but we'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling at the end of it. It might change. But shifting gears a bit, let's talk about the podcast itself. Some of you might not know this, but I actually had a podcast before called The Tea Circle, which I co-hosted with my friend Mark. That podcast was such a special experience, full of laughter, inside jokes, and plenty of moments where I'd blubber my words mid-recording and we'd have to start over. I miss those moments. There's something really special about sharing a creative space with someone, brainstorming ideas, bouncing energy back and forth, and just creating something together. The Tea Circle focused on a mix of interviews, positivity, and even a few darker stories. And while Canvas and Conversations feels different, more focused on art and mindfulness, I wouldn't say one is more me or better than the other. Both reflect different sides of who I am and who I was, and it definitely just shows the growth that has happened between then and now. With this new series of spotlight interviews, I really am excited to dive deeper into the world of creativity. But in the Tea Circle, I interviewed people from all kinds of fields: business owners, storytellers, professionals, and it was fascinating. But sometimes I struggled to know what to ask because I wasn't as familiar with their industry. This time I'll be sitting down with artists, makers, and creative souls, people whose worlds I understand a bit more, I feel like. And I think that it's going to be a whole new kind of connection to these conversations that I have with them. I'm really looking forward to it. So then there's YouTube, the next adventure I'm both excited and a little bit nervous about. The channel will be called Medium a Month, or Yes Ma'am for short. The whole idea is to say yes to art, to explore one creative medium each month and share what I learn along the way. For years I've thought about starting a YouTube channel. At first I wanted it to be about hiking, but I didn't want to worry about camera setups in the middle of the mountains when all I really wanted was to soak in the view and be present. Then I thought about making a travel channel, but it was the same thing. I realized what I love most about those moments is being in them, not filming them. But with art, it's just different. I've always been multi-passionate, exploring all kinds of mediums. I've never been someone who could just pick one and stick to it, so this project feels like the perfect blend of everything I love. Creating, experimenting, and encouraging others to do the same without feeling pressured to fit into one box. This idea has been sitting in the back of my mind for years, and I've always been a little bit nervous to start, but now that Mind Over Mata is up and running, and this podcast has found its footing, I think it's finally time. The only thing I'm still figuring out is how I want to record it. Do I go faceless? Do I mix on camera moments with B-roll? I've been told to work where you shine most, and for me that's in the conversation. I love connecting with people, which is why Twitch feels so comfortable. I'm not just talking to a camera. I actually have someone that I'm talking back and forth with. There's something about that real-time energy that helps me come out of my shell a little bit. So maybe the best solution is to blend it, to try live streaming on YouTube too, while still creating some batched edited content. I'm still working out the details because I don't know. But I'm open to ideas. If you have suggestions, maybe something you'd personally enjoy watching, I'd love to hear from you. You can drop a comment or message me directly. It means a lot when people take the time to share their thoughts, especially with something that's so close to my heart. I'm trying not to overthink it, but I also want to make sure it feels right, both for me and for you, because at the end of the day, that's what this is all about: creating some space, a place that feels good. Anyways, thank you so much for being here, for listening, and for supporting me through every new step of this creative journey. Until next time, keep creating in a way that feels true to you.